See, there was no debate for me. I know people who are in bondage to homosexuality, of them. But I state my case, that the Torah of Yahuwah said, man shall not lie with man, for it is an abomination. Case closed. There's no debate. You see, I'm a person that do believe in a healthy diet. I use herbs, fresh fruits and vegetables. I juice, exercise regularly. Sometimes I ingest my herbs through the lungs. Put it in a pipe. Use skullcap, chamomile, hawthorn. It relaxes me. And most times I use the tonic. But because the Surgeon General said it's wrong to inhale through smoke, all of a sudden it becomes a sin. They've been inhaling herbs since herbs grew out the ground. And all of a sudden, when the supremacist system says it's a sin, then it becomes a sin, you hypocrites. See, these aesthetics, that delusion of righteousness. No, you need to clean out your heart. No, it is given us, when we purify our hearts from evil, this is our responsibility. The Yitzhahara that opposes the righteous standard of the Torah of Yahuwah. Exalt your Elohim and His Spirit, His righteous standard, and separate yourself from the foolish concepts of this world, the judgmental concepts of this world. Not by your own power is this done, but by the power of the Spirit of Yahuwah through His Messiah, Yeshua. You see, Yeshua was clear on this, that it was the heart that needed to be engaged and purified, not the way you dress, not your little church foolishness or your Seder foolishness, whether you have zits on. We're not under the rituals of the law. We're in the spirit of the law. So in Matthew 15, Yeshua made it clear. He said, do you not yet understand that whatsoever enter in at the mouth goeth into the belly and is cast out into the drought? But those things which proceeded out of the mouth comes forth from the heart, lib, and they defile the man. For out of the heart proceeded evil thoughts, murders, idolatries, fornications, theft, false witness, and blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man. See, we want to clean ourselves up in the way we dress, the way we live in the flesh. We want to walk around and say, oh, praise the Lord, and know all the religious cliches. It's time to come out of that foolishness and take a deeper approach, an approach that is conducive to the will of Elohim, to engage those things within us that Yahuwah wants us to gauge. And what are those things? Evil thoughts. You know, those thoughts that make you presume. To the pure, all things are pure, but to those who are unbelieving and undefiled and defiled, nothing is pure. Understand, when you're around a gossiper, a backbiter, a schemer, these things are against the Torah of Elohim, and the Torah is good. That means that behavior is ungood. Murders, idolatries, fornications. See? Fornications. It says this is the will of the Father, your sanctification, your being made holy, that you abstain from all sexual lust. Deaths, false witness. That's where the backbiting comes in. You see somebody doing something that you have decided is wrong, And then all of a sudden you bear false witness against that person and saying that person is not what he says he is. That person is a hypocrite because he's doing something that according to your fleshly regulations and your fleshly perception or what the supremacist culture has said is wrong, then you want to judge him on the basis of that law and not the law of Yahweh. Some of these things we're calling sin. I talked to a sister from the so-called Holiness Church. She was telling me that there was a time that if you wore red, they looked upon you as a whorish. I had to remind her, yeah, they got that from Jezebel, but Jezebel wasn't a whore. She was a queen. Those were colors of royalty. There's nothing peculiar about that. Purple, red. They were worn by kings, queens. It had nothing to do with whether or not you are a whore or a harlot. See, this is the type of foolishness that comes from the carnal mind to put people in bondage and guilt. Men can't wear shorts. How foolish can you be? It's 90 degrees outside. Put your shorts on. Don't be a foolish person and put a wool suit on just because you want to please the carnal mind or to fit into the group. Spend $1 billion a year to straighten your hair so that you can manifest some type of righteousness. Yahweh made your hair what it is. Wear your hair. As I told one lady, she asked me, was I a Muslim because I had a kufi on? I said, are you a European? Well, why you ask that? I said, well, your hair is blonde. I didn't ever seen anyone in my life who of African descent with blonde hair. So you have to be Swedish. See, if I judge you by the color of your hair, then I would say you were Swedish. But when I look at your face and I see that brown skin, then there's a contradiction there. So something is wrong. See? So you look at my hat and call me a Muslim. And if I was a Muslim, I'll be very proud of being a Muslim. But you judge me on the basis of some type of cultural stupidity that anyone wears a kufi is a Muslim. Well, let me reflect that cultural stupidity. Anyone with blonde hair is a European. See, I can be just as stupid as you are. But I choose not to be. I choose to seek the intelligence of Yeshua, who said, for out of the heart proceeds evil thoughts, murders, idolatry, fornications, thefts, false witness, and blasphemy. These are the things which defile a man. So if defilement and those things that defile a man is contained in the heart, then we need to engage the heart by the power of the Spirit through the means of prayer and obedience to purify ourselves from the darkness of this world. Clean out the inside. Clean out your gossiping. Clean out your backstabbing. Clean out your inability to unite. Clean out your self-hatred. Clean out that house Negro in you. Clean out that white supremacy in you. Clean out that fornication in you. Dressing what you want. Eat what you want. Because none of these things are going to make you acceptable in the kingdom of Elohim. What's going to make you acceptable in the kingdom of Elohim is that you have purified yourself so that you can become a partaker of the divine nature. And that your life can reflect the good works of the Spirit. Shine the light of the commandments of truth before men, that they might see your good works, you actually actualizing the righteousness of the Torah. You actually actualizing the holiness of the